We face some challenges. But the principles of our party are what is needed for this country to overcome those challenges. And we've done it before. We do it time and time again. We rise to the occasion. I'm optimistic about the future of this country. I go across the country and get to meet some extraordinary people. Here we're celebrating what you call heartland values. When I was born and raised in Michigan, we called them Midwestern values. When I'm in the South, they had a t-shirt made up when I was down there at an event that said Yankee Governor, Southern values. And of course up in New England they call them Yankee values. And they're pretty similar. And that is, we love America. We love our freedom. We love patriotism. We love the family structure. We respect education. We respect hard work. These are part of the American values and American culture that's made us such a great land. And these cultures, this culture and these values are alive and well today. As I go across the country, I see people like yourselves that have these values, and it's what gives me such confidence that this nation has bright days ahead, even brighter than we've enjoyed in the past. Thank you so much for your willingness to be with me today. I appreciate your generosity, your help in so many ways. I need your help. This effort of strengthening America is something that's not done by one guy running for president. It's done by thousands of people in Iowa first, saying we're going to come together and strengthen America. And then New Hampshire next, doing the same, and then Michigan, Nevada, and South Carolina, and Florida. And it's happening there. This used to be a long shot. When I ran for office, when I began running in January here, I think I was 5, 6, 7% in the polls. We're doing a little better than that now. We're leading here. Oh, it's going to go up and down, but we're leading now, our team is. And we're leading in New Hampshire. And we're leading in Michigan. First three, pretty strong start. So we're going to keep it going. And what you have to say is going to be like a shout across the nation about who our nominee is going to be. And I'm afraid Hillary Clinton's going to have to get used to being the former First Lady for the rest of her career. Thank you so much. Now, we're a small enough room. I don't think you need to use the microphone. We're filling the room, but we're small enough that you can blurt it out. If there's a question, comment, suggestion, Ray, what do you have to tell us about the process coming up? Anything in particular? You just have meetings in Des Moines. Ray, as chairman of the party, he's been down in Des Moines meeting with Republican officials. Oh, you're probably choosing when the caucus is going to be, aren't you?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, that's exactly. You're not going to tell us, sorry. The media's here.
We really don't know. We have to wait
you don't know?
New Mexico. New Mexico, we have to wait till...
Everybody's finished?
Absolutely. Michigan has moved ahead. We want to make sure that New Hampshire is the one that we're waiting for. Once they make up their mind, we make
Then you go, I see.
We will be.
You will be the first.
No matter what.
Well, I'm hoping that you'll do it sometime next week or the week after. Let's get this thing on the way. Let's get going here. Wouldn't that surprise him? If you said we are going to move the primary forward because Michigan's moved it, it's going to be on September 15th. I'll be right there helping out. I'll tell you.
New Hampshire's going to do it.
Yeah.
We will be before it. If they're going to make it in October, yes, we will have to.
Oh, that's fun. Questions, suggestions? I don't need any questions. I just need all your money. No, Senator?
There are a number of reasons why I support you. As you know, you're a family man. I have to I like the history of the things that you've done. I'm a stubborn veteran. My wife continues to remind me of that. And she says if I ever get into an argument, I never change my mind.
That's going to be tough to live with.
Yeah, it is, but she's done it for 45 years now. So, what I'm getting at here is you've been accused of walking on a couple of things. I don't think you have. But what I appreciate about you is I've been into a number of arguments with people, never with God, but they never change their mind. They never say, that's a good thought. I guess you're right. And I've seen that in you. The ability to say, I've rethought that. And I know where you stand now, and that's what's important. I've never really heard you say that out in public. I think you should.
I appreciate that. I'm not in this to score points and to further a political career. I don't have a political career. I spent my life in the private sector. I raised a family and built a business, and that was all the success I needed. I'm in this race because I want to make a difference for the country. And the place of real significance where I changed my view was with regards to abortion. And it's a tough issue, as you know, because you've got two lives here involved in it. One, the mom, and the other, the unborn child. Two important lives. And when I became governor, it went from being a philosophical discussion about what's the role of government to instead being a question of, was I going to sign a bill that would cost life? And I said, I can't sign a bill that's going to take away human life. This was a bill for cloning of embryos. And I said, I simply can't do that. And so I refused, and I vetoed that, and I said, look, I'm pro-life. And I wrote an op-ed piece in the paper saying I'm pro-life. And I'm proud of that. And we're going to have to bring a few more other people onto our side of that if we want to have pro-life legislation state by state in this country. I think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I think it's going to happen. I think you're going to see a Supreme Court, if I'm elected, that'll have justices that say, let's turn this decision back to the states. We'll overturn Roe v. Wade's demand that everybody do it the same way, meaning everybody have choice. Instead, we're going to put it back to the states and let the states and their legislatures and their citizens make the law with regards to abortion. I think that's what you're going to see. I sure hope so. Thank you, Senator. And by the way, you make a good point, which is if you can't change mind, if you're in the private sector, and you're so stubborn that you never change your mind when you've been proven wrong, they ought to fire you. You want to have people that are willing to listen to others, and if they see that they've been wrong in something, to admit it. And I've been wrong in a number of things throughout my life. And unfortunately, my wife points them out immediately. Thank you, Senator. Other suggestions, questions? Well, I'm going to let you get to dinner. What is for dinner?
Whatever they order off the menu.
Oh, you get to order off the menu. And who pays? They do.
In deference to Dave Holder's pedestrian. You brought it up, Dave.
You know, the fun thing about Iowa for me is how much it reminds me of where I was born and raised, in a lot of respects. I was born in Michigan, and my dad was governor of Michigan. We had 83 counties. I visited them all when my dad was running for governor. That's why I think my son decided to visit all 99 counties of Iowa. When I went, it was kind of a father-son sort of thing. And in the western part of Michigan, of course, is Holland, Michigan, which is where the Dutch American community grows and thrives. And somehow in Iowa, same thing. Western part of Iowa, it's Dutch country. Now, in the western part of Michigan, we actually have a town called Holland. Do you have a Holland here? You have a Holland? No, you don't. We have a Holland, Michigan, and we have the Tulip Festival. I went out there, put in the wooden shoes. We swept the street with the stick brooms and the tulips, and it really is wonderful. A wonderful culture. It's an important part of America that we welcome people into our country who come here as legal immigrants. At the same time, we've got to stop illegal immigration, and it's a place of great differentiation among the people running for president. I will stop illegal immigration, and those that have come here illegally, I will welcome them to get in line with everybody else that wants to come here, but no special pathway to citizenship or permanent residency for those that have come here illegally. And there's another big difference between us, and that's with regards to marriage. I want marriage to be between a man and a woman, and I don't want courts, like a court here in Iowa did, stepping in and saying no people of the same gender are going to marry. And I want to have a federal amendment that says throughout this country we're going to have marriage as a relationship between one man and one woman. And I think I'm the only one of the four leading Republican contenders that supports a federal marriage amendment. There are some differences among us, but there's a lot that brings us close together. So have a great dinner. Eat too much? Oh, I'll take one. I thought I was finished. Yes.
Well, first of all, what did you do in the private sector? And my second question is not so easy. Do you have some ideas about what we're going to do emissions or rats?
Yes. First, what did I do in the private sector? Came out of school, couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, and got a job offer to go to a big consulting firm, a very successful firm that went to corporations and helped them run their businesses better. One of my early clients was in Marshalltown, Iowa, Fisher Controls. So I used to land at Des Moines and drive out through the corn to Marshalltown and work in Marshalltown. I worked with Tom Scheib, who was the head of the company, and then Larry Solly. Enjoyed my experience there, learned a lot. For 10 years I worked in the consulting industry, and ultimately I became head of the company. And then I began my own business, along with a couple of other folks. It was called a venture capital business, meaning we got money from wealthy institutions. They gave us their money, not all of it. They gave us money, and then we used that money to either start companies or buy companies that were in trouble and try and make them better.